Hey guys, it is Princess Educator, and today I will be giving you guys a part 3 of childcare tips for beginners. Now, the tips that I will be mentioning in this video is for anybody. It doesn't matter if you have been in there for 10 years or 5 months or 5 days. These tips can be helpful no matter how long you have been in the game or out the game. So let's go ahead and get started. Tip number 1, save at least 15 to 20% of your income per check. So you're wondering, like, how I'm supposed to do that and how I am able to determine that amount. So let's just say if you get paid, I got my calculator. I hope you guys can see it. Let's just say if you get paid $13 an hour. So 13 times, so depending on how often you're getting paid, let's just say you get paid bi-weekly and you're working full-time. So that means you're working at least 8 hours a day. So 13 times 8, okay? You can do it this way. So you're working 18 hours per day, okay? Then you're going to time it by 10. So every 2 weeks, it's 10 days, okay? So 5 times 2 equals 10. So click times by 10. Okay, so after you have that, now you have this number. Okay, so this is what your gross amount of your paycheck looks like, okay? So now you're going to hit the times button, okay? So you're going to hit the times button. After you hit the times button, you're going to put point, hope you guys can see that, 20%, okay? Point 20%, then equal. After you have hit the equal, this is how much you need to save just in general. So the reason why I say save that money is for unexpected expenses that may pop up, just in case your tire get busted or whatever, or you don't have the benefits of getting PTO, pay time off. So depending on the center that you're working at, they may have a stipulation of when you can receive your PTO. They may say 5 paid days of vacation a year, or if you have worked for us by the year, you'll get 5 days vacation time. Let's keep it real, we need more than that. So I have worked at centers where they do not pay for vacations or school closings. So I had to use my own resource or save like a month or two ahead of time because I knew that that was going to come up. But if you plan just like that, if you save this per paycheck, okay? So this is bi-weekly, okay? Times 2, that is $416 a month. If you are working at least a year, so times 12, because that's 12 months, that's a year, you have at least $5,000, okay, that you already have saved in your bank account because you follow the 20% rule of saving this. So if little Johnny gets sick and he's in the 5th grade and you need to take time off, boom, you have that money already saved in your account. Now, don't be spending this recklessly because you know it's there. I do recommend you to put this in an account where I don't recommend, it all depends who you are. With a lot of savings account, you have to have a certain amount in that account, or you have to do something like every bank is different. I don't recommend you to put this in a saving account. I recommend you to have like a checking account, probably a checking account that you don't hardly use, or something that you're not looking at a regular. Of course, you'll still have your notifications on your phone, like text message. That's what I do. But put it in that account, okay? So you're not able to access it like that. Like, you want to kind of forget about it, if that makes sense. But you want to make sure you're saving that 20% per check, okay? So if you get paid once a month, save 20% of that. If you get paid twice a month, save 20% of that. Over time, that money will accumulate. If you would like to put that in a savings account, that's you. But for me, I recommend the checking account or something like that. All right, tip 2. Always have a permanent marker. I know that sounds very weird, but in childcare we label a lot, okay? We have to label diapers, wipes, sometimes jackets, all that type of stuff. Like, we have to label a lot. So I recommend having a permanent marker. Now, you can get a permanent marker from Dollar Tree. That's what I recommend. They're like $1.25. I think it comes with 4 in it. I can't describe the picture, but I may post a picture up here or a link down below. But I highly recommend the Job Form permanent markers at Dollar Tree. If you do not have a Dollar Tree in your area, any type of permanent marker will do. Now, I believe you should have two different types of the print, of the I don't know what you call it, the end. So they have the fine point and then they have the chunky one. I don't know the term of it, but I like both. I prefer the chunky one if I am labeling like diapers, wipes, and things like that. I prefer that because my handwriting looks a little bit neater with that. Now, if I am writing something that is like on a piece of paper, I will get the fine point, you know, because it looks a little bit neater. But always have a permanent marker in your classroom. Make sure it's not accessible to the children, that they're able to reach it, because they will write on the shelves and the walls. And depending on the type of paint that your school has, that may be a hassle. So I do recommend you to be very cautious of where you put it at. You can get one of those lanyard things with the permanent markers, just have it on there, or have it in a pen cup. Y'all know those little cages where you put all your pens and markers. Have it, you know, up high where the students cannot reach it. So yeah, that is tip number 2. All right, tip number 3. When entering the classroom or leaving a classroom, for example, if you are coming in the morning time, you want to make sure that you're looking around the classroom, make sure there's nothing out of place, any type of, let's just say, rodents or anything like that. You want to make sure you're going around the whole classroom to make sure that it is nice and clean. There's nothing out of the ordinary. You're also, so let's just say if you are one of those teachers that leaves at 3 o'clock and another teacher comes in after 3 o'clock, you want to make sure that she has left your classroom clean, the trash was taken out, it was swept, things like that your school requires. You want to make sure that she has done all of those duties, so you won't be blamed for it and getting written up. So you want to make sure that you're looking around the classroom, looking inside of those restrooms, look inside and make sure there's nothing in there. You want to make sure you have supplies like tissue paper, paper towels, things like that. You want to make sure that you have those things in order. Now, besides that, okay, let's just say if you are giving a teacher a lunch break or whatever break, when you enter that classroom, you want to ask her how many kids you have. Okay, you want to ask her that. She's going to tell you 8, 10, 15, depending on the state's ratio your state has. You want to ask her that so you can know. Now, after she has told you that, you want to say, okay, you know, now if you are familiar with that classroom, you know who's normally here, who's not here. Is anybody not here today or sick today? She will tell you. If she doesn't know, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but you can probably eventually find that out later on. Now, after she has told you, okay, so-and-so is not here, you want to make sure that Jimmy is not here, okay? So you want to look around the classroom. If you guys are outside, you need to locate Jimmy to make sure he is not here, because people will tell you that Jimmy is not here, and then when it's time when it's time for pickup time, Jimmy was here and you didn't know. So you want to make sure that everybody's here. Now, if you have a communication app at your center, they may use ProCare, Brightwheel, Hi Mama. I have Brightwheel on my app. You want to go to the name to face app on your classroom tablet, whatever you guys use, and make sure that everybody is here. So you'll go to name to phase, go to your room, and make sure that everybody is here. So depending on how the app is set up, they will have like a name to face or attendance. You want to look at that and see who is here, who's not here, and you need to know that. Okay, Jimmy is not here. Okay, Amy is here. Okay, so you want to look at their face. So when you see Amy, you're going to find Amy. Okay, she's here. So you want to double check. Okay, now after you're done doing that, you want to count around the classroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's behind the shelf. Let me walk around. 7. Look in that restroom. Make sure that there's nobody in there. Look inside the restroom. Double check. And finish your number. Now, depending on how your classroom is set up, you can write down the ratio number that you have, how many teachers that are in there. Write that down. Remember it, okay? We have 10 today. 10. Jimmy is not here. Sarah is not here. She's sick. You want to know what is going on inside of the classroom that you are relieving or leaving. Okay, so you want to tell that relief teacher, even if you're going on your lunch break, if Kelly's mom is going to pick up Kelly at 1:30 and you know you're about to go on your break and you know your break is ends at 2 o'clock, you need to let Miss Kiara know that Kelly mom will be picking her up at 1:30 so she can know ahead of time. So it's all about communication when you are working in any field, but especially childcare. We're working with children, so we want to make sure that we are keeping up with them at all times and we are communicating. Now, I also want to add, you would like to know your state's ratio and that classroom ratio. Now, you're like, girl, ain't that the same thing? Yes and no. So, for example, your state ratio for toddler ones may be 1 to 8. So 1 to 8 means 1 teacher and 8 students, or 8 to 1. 8 students, 8 1-year-olds, and 1 teacher. Okay, so for that classroom, it may be a little bit smaller. So you can have 6 of those toddlers in that classroom. So you cannot have no more kids in there, or you're gonna get in trouble, and the center is gonna get in trouble for that. So you would like to make sure that you know that. Most centers, they will have a post set up in that classroom. They should, they don't, they need to. But you would like to know that ahead of time. All right, tip 5. So you would like to know what is your state's in your center's educational requirements are. So some of those go in hand in hand, but I'm going to break it down for you, okay? So let's just say for your state, they require at least 10 hours of annual training, okay? So this annual training is when you are doing state-approved courses that gives you CEUs or credit hours, okay? So you are required to do 10. I recommend for you to do at least 15 or more, okay? That's what I recommend, okay? You want to be a little bit of an overachiever if you can. Now, with those state approved courses, you're wondering, girl, I'm gonna do that. Now, depending on your state, they will have a state approved portal or course websites that they are sponsoring or they deem approvable for preschool teachers to take. So you're going to find that website. It all depends on your state, because I don't want to give you guys this website and it turns out your state does not approve it, even though on the website it may say that. Now, I'm gonna give the website, but you want to make sure that your state accept that website. So I use Pro Solutions training, Cox Campus. That may not work for your state, so you would like to ask your director or you want to contact your state's early learning department. You'll type in, if you live in Nebraska, type in Nebraska early learning department, search it up, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it. I'm sorry if you are in Nebraska. You know, anywho, look that up, go to the contact information, or you can go to search bar, training requirements, look up those articles, and boom, it'll tell you. So it all varies based on state to state. I have heard some states require 30 hours, some require more, and some require less. So it all depends on your state. Look it up, because I cannot really tell you that from my point of view, but look it up, okay? Just ask your director and check with the state. You can also email them as well, but check with them and they will tell you the answer more than I can. Okay, so last but not least, so after you have done completing your training certificates and your training hours, you would like to save those certificates on your Google Drive. So if you do not have a Google Drive, you need to create a Google account. It is 100% free. You would like to make you account, write down your password in the email so you can keep it for later use. You can write it in your notes app, or write it down on a piece of paper and just, you know, save for later and put in your purse or something like that. So with that, you're going to go on Google Drive, type in Google Drive, or go to that little, it's like these little dots. You're going to go there and you're going to click on the Google Drive. So I have the Google Drive on my phone. I don't want to show you guys a lot of information because, you know, TMI. But you're going to, this is what Google Drive looks like. I'm going to, you know, push it back. But this is what my Google Drive looks like. As you can see, I have a lot of folders and documents in that Google Drive. So you're going to create your Google Drive account. Now they have a plus button at the bottom if you have downloaded the app on your phone. So you're going to click that plus button. I don't want to show you guys more information, but it has this plus button on this side, and you can upload, scan, all that type of stuff. So you can upload, create a folder, use your camera, all of that on your Google Drive. I don't want to show you guys too much about information, but hey, that's what it looks like. So you would like to create a folder called 2023-2024 training certificate, or trainings period. So, or training, or 2023 ECE trainings. So in that folder, you're going to put all of your trainings that you have taken for that month and upload it onto that drive. Okay, so you're going to upload it. Okay, now depending on your age bracket, you may already know how to do this. You're like, girl, I know it. You don't need to explain it to me. But if you don't, I don't know if I would probably make a video of it, but it's so simple. You can easily search a video of how to make a Google Drive account, how to upload documents on Google Drive on YouTube, and they will break it down a little bit more than I can, but it's very easy and simple. Now you will also like to upload your PDF training. So depending on the website that you have, you can download your certificates. You want to sign it. Now you can print it out and sign it yourself, and then take a picture of it and scan it and upload it to that file so you can always have it. The same thing with your CPR and your AD trainings as well. You want to take a picture of that and crop it to the card or certificate and upload it on that drive so you can always have it. And it's just easy for you to like email it, send it over, just in case you leave and go somewhere else. You will always have those documents with you. So I recommend you to go ahead and create a Google account and go ahead and set up that Google Drive so you can always have it. Each year you can just change it by the year so you can keep things a lot much organized. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to drop a little few tidbits that I did not mention before, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, concerns, or any other topics that you would like me to discuss, go ahead, leave it in the comments, and I will see you guys later.